Welcome to the Farm Stand Kitchen. My name is Rebecca, and come on in today because we're going to be making some Italian meatballs for spaghetti. I've had a lot of people ask me about these and also spaghetti sauce. And what I tell everyone about the spaghetti sauce, because we've never done that as a video, is because we home can our pasta sauce. And that's how we do it. We open a jar, a couple jars, and we're ready to go with spaghetti. And that recipe is also in the Farm Stand Collection Cookbook. The entire canning cookbook is included in this collection cookbook. So our pasta sauce is in there. But today we're just going to be making the meatballs that goes with spaghetti. And we're going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to read the ingredients and Dave can just kind of pan around here and we'll get started with this. So what we have in the KitchenAid is 1.5 pounds of ground chuck. We're going to use 3 eggs, 3 whole eggs, a half a cup of milk, 2 cloves of garlic minced, 1 small onion chopped fine, 1 teaspoon of dry bell pepper. Now, if you can't find dry bell pepper, you could just use a real fine minced regular green pepper, or you could just substitute it with like an herb seasoning that would have all those things in it, like peppers, onions. That would be fine. Then you need 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning, a half a cup of grated Parmesan cheese. That's the shaker cheese, like you get in the shaker. And then a half a cup of dry breadcrumbs, and that's not Italian, that's just plain breadcrumbs. And then you just need a little salt and pepper. So that's all we have for these, and then we're gonna bake them. So let's just go ahead and mix them up. Now today I'm gonna be making them in the KitchenAid because this is the way that I make my meatloaf. A lot of you have made Dave's famous meatloaf, and we made it in the KitchenAid. And I do these like this too. You don't have to. You can just mix them up with a spoon. But what we're going to do is just add all the ingredients. Everything that I just told you, we're just going to add it all to the bowl. So we will just keep adding. Here's our onion. And our Parmesan cheese. And here's our spices. Our garlic. And we have our salt and pepper. All right, so let's go ahead and get these mixed together. The KitchenAid does a really good job of mixing meatloaf and meatballs. And I do it like this most of the time. Okay, just makes quick work of it. Just takes no time at all. All right, I'm gonna get some gloves on here. All right, so let's get our baking pan down here. So really it's just pretty easy from here. Like I say, we're going to bake these. So this is just a parchment lined cookie sheet. That's all you need for that. You need your oven today at 325, and you're gonna bake these about 40 minutes. So I'm gonna get my gloves on here and we'll just show you a few of how we're gonna just make these meatballs. We won't make them all because it'll fill this entire pan, and this is enough meatballs to probably, you could use a gallon of sauce. I usually open 4 jars of our home can, 4 quarts. So all you do is just take, you just want like an inch sized ball. So all you do is just take them. We still can't find small gloves.
We're about out of gloves.
I know we're about out. We're really going to be in bad shape. So all you do is just make them in a ball. It has just the right ingredients in them. They're going to bake like this, and they're going to stay like this. So they're going to be perfect. So all you do is just load your cookie sheet up. We'll just go ahead and make one more. So that's all you have to do is just make 1-inch balls and put them right there on the baking sheet. Just fill it up and pop them in the oven. 325 oven. And they're going to smell up your kitchen like you won't believe. So delicious. Now Dave and I, we don't make a habit of eating pasta. That's just something that we don't eat a lot of, but we love it, but we just don't do a lot of it. Well, we certainly know how to do it. Like we use our home canned pasta sauce in our lasagna. It's great. Dave, you love that, don't you? The home can. If I run out and I make it out of something else, he's always like, this lasagna is not right. It doesn't have the home can. Okay, so we just have some spaghetti here. Let me bring over the meatballs that I have done. Show you what they look like. All right, so when you bake them up, this is what they look like. They keep their shape. They're tender, they're not dry, they're nice and moist. They're a great meatball. Now let me tell you right now that this is also a good meatball that freezes. So you could take a day, make your meatballs and freeze them for when you do make spaghetti. I love this recipe for that. So let me bring my sauce over here. We will make a plate of spaghetti. Why not? Looks so delicious. Now I just have a little bit here just to show you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and drop some meatballs in there. Now I know some people who just put their meatballs on the side and cover it with sauce, and some people put their meatballs right in the sauce. And it doesn't matter to me. Dave, which way you like it? I don't think it matters to you either, just as long as the meat's in there. Let's just put that many right now. All right. Really great little meatball. Like I say, they freeze really well too. Okay. So we just go ahead and I'll tell you what, our grandkids, they love spaghetti. I think they could eat it every day. Really like it a lot. Boy, does that look good.
Smells good.
Doesn't that smell good? It really does. Okay, well, let's put a little parm on there. I don't know too many people who don't like spaghetti. I love it. Then we always just make a little bread to go along with it. And David probably eat 2, 4, 6 pieces.
Probably.
But this is our Italian meatball for spaghetti.